Hey y'all, welcome to Nicole's Cookhouse. Today I'm going to show you how to make some milk bread. First we're going to start off with a cup and a half of whole milk. We're going to put this in a saucepan, put it on low because we just want it to get warm. We don't want it hot or boiling. Meanwhile your milk is warming up, you're going to put 3 3/4 cup of bread flour in a separate bowl. We're also going to add a teaspoon of salt. You could use any salt of your choice. This is just my preferable salt. Now we're just going to give the milk and the salt a good little mix and put that to the side. Now we're going to get a separate bowl because we're going to add our milk that has been warming on the stove, and we're going to put that in this bowl right here. Now I'm going to put the milk in sort of an ice bath and mix it around with my whisk just for like 30 seconds to 1 minute because I want it to cool down a little bit more. But we still want it warm. We just don't want hot milk because we're adding eggs. And we don't want to cook the eggs. Now I'm getting my can of condensed milk. I'm only going to use a half a cup of the condensed milk. So we're going to measure that out and then add that to our warm milk. Now add your half a cup of condensed milk to that warm milk that you have in the bowl. Mix that well. And now we're going to add just 1 egg. Now we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of sugar to our liquid. After that, we're going to get a pack of yeast. We're going to add that in. And we're going to let that sit for like a minute. After we let our yeast sit in our mixture for only a minute, you don't need that long. We're going to mix that up, and now we're going to add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. And after you add in the dry to the wet, what we're going to do is it's good to use a wooden spatula, and we're going to fold in everything together to incorporate it, and then we're going to add in a whole stick of softened butter, room temperature butter, a half a stick at a time. Now after we folded in our milk bread, we're going to put it on a floured surface, and we're just going to knead it all together, and we're going to add flour as needed, not too much, just add a little bit at a time until it's not sticky. Now I'm using vegetable oil here, but you can use any oil of your choice. We're going to grease down a pan, and we're going to add in that kneaded bread in the pan, cover it up, put it to the side for 45 minutes so it can double in size. Now after your dough double in size, you're going to just roll it out. You're going to cut it in half because this is going to make 2 breads. So roll it out, cut it in half, and then we're going to get a rolling pin, lightly flour that, and then we're going to roll out this dough until it's about less than an inch thick. Now after your dough is rolled out, I'm just going to show you guys how to fold it. You're just going to fold it tightly together, tuck in the sides, because we're going to prepare to cut it. We're going to cut it in about 6 slices. Now after your dough is cut, you're going to get a bread pan, make sure it's lined with parchment paper. Lay your dough in the pan, and then you're going to cover again and put it to the side for 30 minutes. Now meanwhile our dough is rising, we're just going to make a quick egg wash. So we're going to use 1 egg and some milk. I would say probably 1/4 cup milk, 1/3 cup milk, not that much. So we're going to use this to wash the top of the bread before we put it in the oven. Now we're going to egg wash our milk bread. All right, that's in the oven. When it finishes, I'm going to come back and show you guys how it came out. Okay, so meanwhile that's in the oven baking. 3 tablespoons of butter. Now this butter I just took out the fridge, but you need room temperature butter. So in order to get your butter to room temperature, you got to dump the butter in some warm water. All right, so I'm gonna put the butter in here for a couple of seconds and let that
become room temperature.
All right, so meanwhile that's becoming room temperature, I'm just gonna put milk. One, two. All right, that's 3 tablespoons of condensed milk. We're gonna put a tablespoon. We're gonna be using some powdered sugar. The butter's soft already. So now the butter at room temperature. Drop that in. All right, let me show y'all what this look like. Mix this up. So here's my bread, y'all, that I got out the oven. All right, so I'm gonna use this glaze that I just slapped this on here. Mind you, it's still kind of hot. It's warm. Let it melt over it. Get it at the sides. So you can see how smooth and soft it is. I love the way the milk bread came out. If you guys decide to recreate my recipe, make sure you tag Nicole's Cookhouse. I am on all platforms. Now remember, I baked the bread on 350 degrees for 20 to 22 minutes. The description will be below. Thank you guys for watching Nicole's Cookhouse. See you foodies next time. Bye.